How to melt your man with your feminine energy. Have you ever noticed that the harder you try to get a man to open up, the more he pulls away? You try to explain, you try to convince, maybe you even get a little louder or more intense. But instead of coming closer, he shuts down, gets defensive, or withdraws. And yet sometimes, without you even trying, he suddenly becomes warm, attentive, and deeply connected to you. It's almost like he's melting right in front of you. There's a reason for that, and it all comes down to how you use your feminine energy. Hi, I'm Brody Boyd, and for over a decade, my wife Antia and I have been helping women attract and keep a loving, long-term, committed relationship they dream of without playing games, pretending to be someone they're not, or chasing a man. We've coached thousands of women all around the world, and we've seen the same thing happen again and again. When you know how to step into your feminine energy the right way, it can melt even the most guarded man's heart. And when you don't, it can accidentally push him away, even if you love each other deeply. Let me tell you one of my favorite little fables. One day, the north wind and the sun had an argument about which of them was stronger. As they argued, they spotted a traveler walking down a road wearing a coat. The sun said, "Let's settle this once and for all. Whoever can get the traveler to remove his coat will be the winner." The wind went first. He blew with all his might, fierce cold gusts that nearly knocked the traveler over. But the harder the wind blew, the tighter the traveler clung onto his coat. The wind tried harder, sending rain, hail, and icy blasts, but the man only gripped his coat more desperately. Finally, exhausted, the wind gave up. Then, the sun came out. He didn't push, he didn't force, he simply began to shine. Warm, gentle, radiant. Before long, the traveler felt so comfortable, so at ease, that he took his coat off himself. The sun smiled and said, "Through gentleness, I got my way." Now that little story contains the secret to melting a man's heart. Now this is exactly what feminine energy does in a relationship. When a woman is in her masculine, pushing, controlling, demanding, it feels like the wind to a man. His instinct is to hold on tighter to his emotional coat to keep his guard up. But when you're in your feminine, radiating warmth, softness, and emotional safety, you become like the sun, without convincing him, without forcing him. He chooses to let down his guard, take off his armor, and draw closer to you. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 powerful ways to tap into and radiate your feminine energy so deeply that your man becomes completely devoted to you. Technique number 1 is to shift from tension to softness. Just like the traveler in the story, a man can feel whether your energy is biting wind or the gentle, warming sun. When your body, tone, and presence feel tense, sharp, or closed, his instinct is to protect himself. But when you soften, you invite him to open up. So here are some practical ways to shift into your softness. Number 1 is to check your posture. When you are having an open body language, an open posture with your shoulders down, jaw unclenched, and hands relaxed, you are showing feminine openness. Number 2 is to breathe into your belly. Just take 2 deep, slow breaths. It can often shift your energy instantly. Tip number 3 is to soften your voice. Listen to Marilyn Monroe. She did this very well.
How do you do?
How do you do? Isn't Mr. Henry Spofford III here?
And not yet, but I believe...
Speak as though your words are landing in his heart, not bouncing off of his walls. Here's an example. Let's say he's late coming home and you're frustrated. Masculine energy might meet him at the door with, "Why are you late? You said you'd be here at 6. Now feminine energy might look at him and say, softly, "Hey, I missed you," and let the silence do the rest. One approach makes him brace himself, the other melts his heart. Now before we get to our next point, I want to give you something special that will help you to figure out exactly what's blocking you from having the love you want with him. It's our Magnetize Your Man quiz, and in it, it reveals your number 1 healthy relationship pattern and gives you your top recommendation for building a loving, long-term, and committed relationship. You can take it right now by clicking the link in the description or comments below, or going to our website, magnetizeyourman.com, to get that now. Now, technique number 2 is to receive without guilt. The sun didn't make the traveler take off his coat. It simply created the conditions where he wanted to on his own. Now, feminine energy is about allowing and receiving without guilt. So here's some practical ways to start practicing receiving openly. Now, number 1 is to simply say thank you with eye contact when he gives to you. No downplaying or deflecting. Number 2 is to accept his help. Let him carry the heavy bag. Let him open the door. Let him fix that thing for you. Number 3 is to practice small daily receiving. Let compliments, smiles, and kindness land fully with you. Number 4 is to drop the scorecard. You don't have to give back to him equally when he gives to you. Simply receiving is a gift that you give to him in and of itself. Here's an example. If he surprises you with coffee in the morning, resist saying, "You didn't have to do that." Instead, take a sip, smile, and say, "You just made my morning, babe." Now that moment feeds his desire to keep on giving to you. And here's technique number 3, lead with emotion, not logic. Now the son didn't argue, list reasons, or present data on why the traveler should take off his coat. It created a feeling for him to want to do it on his own again. Now in relationships, the feminine leads with emotion because emotion connects and logic often creates debates or arguments. Here are some practical ways you can start leading with emotion more in your relationship with him. Number 1 is to use feeling statements. Say, "I feel cherished when you," instead of "you never." Number 2 is to avoid courtroom energy. Don't pile up evidence of why he should do something or why he didn't do something. It just makes him defensive, causes him to close up his coat even more. Number 3 is to share vulnerability. Saying "I miss you" hits differently than "you're never around." Number 4 is to pause after sharing. Let him absorb your feelings and absorb your heart after you shared what you shared before you go on to the next thing. Here's an example. If you want more quality time, you could say, "We never go out anymore," or you could say, "I love how close I feel to you when we spend an evening together." One triggers resistance, the other invites his connection with you. Now, it's important for you to realize that these aren't tricks or games. These are about returning to your natural, radiant self, the part of you that is soft, receptive, and emotionally open, and that has existed inside of you since the moment you were born. When you embody these qualities, you become like the sun in his life, the warmth that he doesn't want to live without. So if you want to take the next step, again, take our free quiz on how to discover your number 1 hidden relationship pattern and get our top recommendation for attracting and keeping the love you deserve. You'll find the link right below in the video or here on the screen. I can't wait to hear how you use your feminine energy to melt your man and have him start devoting himself to you even more.